One of the most destructive confidence-killing habits that we have is bullying ourselves. Now, before you say, but Philip, I don't bully myself, I want you to hear me out, because you might be doing that without even realizing it. In this video, I want to share with you two of the worst ways that we bully ourselves and give you some advice on how to stop doing that. Hey there, creative creatures. I'm Philip, and welcome back to another episode of the show dedicated to helping digital creators gain the skills, the confidence, the creativity, and the consistency to find, connect with, and build their audience. If that is something that you're interested in, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications so you don't miss any future episodes that will help me to grow this channel and help more people just like you. So let's talk about two of the most destructive ways that we bully ourselves. The first one is not believing that we are worthy. When it comes to self-esteem and self-confidence, the most important single belief that we need to have about ourselves is this: I am just as worthy and deserving of love, fulfillment, and success as anybody else on this planet, no matter who they are or what shortcomings I may have. There was a time in my life when I didn't believe that. I'd often compare myself to others thinking, well, Philip, you're not as smart as that guy. You're not as handsome. You're not as strong, successful, rich, whatever. And therefore, you must be less deserving. And I know that is BS. Capital B, capital S, BS. But we do that, don't we? Is this an issue for you? Well, you can let me know in the comment section below. The second way in which we bully ourselves is through our self-talk. Some of us, and I am one of them, have these mean, vicious, mother-effing inner critics. Do any of these phrases sound familiar to you? I look terrible today. Why am I so ugly? I shouldn't have made that mistake in my report. I'm such an idiot. The root cause of both of these ways of bullying ourselves is a lack of self-acceptance. In his book, The 5 Pillars of Self-Esteem, Nathaniel Branden, the psychologist, says that self-acceptance is one of those pillars. And for me, self-acceptance is the most important one. It's the linchpin pillar. If you pull it out, everything else will crumble. Many people don't even realize anymore how mean they are to themselves. It's become a habit. It's become their default reaction to not living up to the standards or the expectations, mostly unrealistic, they put on themselves. I get it that as ambitious, creative people, we want to hold ourselves to higher standards. And that's okay, as long as we don't demand perfection from ourselves. I'm going to be very honest with you. I still make myself guilty of both of these ways of self-bullying sometimes. But I do it less these days because I am taking control of the situation. And I want to tell you how I do it because I believe, I know it will work for you too. First, it's really important that you develop an awareness of the self-bullying habits that you may have. That means finding a self-awareness practice and making time for it. What I personally do is to journal. At the end of each day, I'd like to ask myself, how did you treat yourself today? What can you do to build yourself up? And then figure it out and take action on it. Secondly, you must adopt more empowering beliefs about yourself. The most important one being, I am just as worthy and deserving of love, success, and fulfillment as anyone else on this planet, no matter who they are and no matter what possible shortcomings I may have. And then remind yourself of those beliefs, especially this one I mentioned, on a daily basis. Sometimes I like to write it out in my journal as a reminder. Finally, give yourself permission not to be perfect, because Perfection doesn't exist. There has never been and there never will be a person on this planet who is perfect, who can do everything perfectly. Forget it. It doesn't exist, and you don't have to put yourself to that standard either. We all bully ourselves sometimes, some people more than others. But if you really want to become a more confident person, we must take responsibility for that, and we must take actionable steps to stop doing it. Now, bullying ourselves is just one of the confidence killing habits that people have. To learn more about the other confidence killing habits that people have, you can download my guide, The Confidence Cure, 5 confidence killing habits you must quit today to be a stronger, braver, and bolder creator. And as a supporter of this show, you can get free access to it. I'll put a link to that guide in the description below and or the comment section below. Go there and grab your copy now. Also, can you think of any other ways people bully themselves? Or would you just like to add to this conversation? I'd love to hear from you. You can talk to me in the comment section below. I will catch you in the next episode.